Good morning, everyone. It's Glen Kellaway. I managed to make my way from outside, if you watched my video yesterday on the Beatles, back to the basement, where it's nice and cool, relaxing, peaceful. It's time for the Monday wrap up. Now, last week was video number 12 in this series. I'm going to jump ahead to 14 this week. It's like being in a building where they don't have number 13 on the elevator, on the floors, so that's what we're doing. So, wrap up number 14. The big news, Lynn and I have appointments to get our first vaccine, April 29th. So we're pretty excited about that. In Canada, they're waiting 4 months in between shots. So we get our second shot in August. But they've determined that the one shot's the one you need and the second one's like a booster. So that's cool. I'm good. We're really excited. COVID. I was watching my friend Sam St. John yesterday, and he mentioned something that I totally forgot about and wished I hadn't. Last week was the first anniversary of losing John Prine to COVID. Man, that still bothers me. Yeah, what a loss that was. Speaking of Sam, this is a segue. Two segues. I went from getting my COVID shot, to talking about COVID, to John Prine, to Sam mentioning John Prine, to Sam's channel. The king of segues. Sam St. John, please subscribe to this man's channel. He's got 43 subscribers. He should have 4,300. He's awesome. He's a great guy. Very knowledgeable about music, very passionate, and shows some great albums. Talks about a lot of new releases coming up, especially if you're into roots music and stuff. Like, he's a big John Prine fan. Steve Earle, he just did a video review on Steve Earle's new album, the tribute to his son, JT, which he mentioned I still don't have. I don't know what's the hold up in. There's certain places you can get it in Canada, certain you can't. I can buy it on Amazon, but I'm trying to wait until I can get it from my local guy. But I'll get it. Anyway, Sam Saint is ST period John. Sam St. John. Please, please, please subscribe to Sam's channel. He's an awesome guy. What's next? Contests. I entered a contest for a gentleman, Alexander, my friend in Sweden, who always supports my channel. He always comments, and I'm so appreciative of him. He's having a contest. His channel is called I Collect Stuff. He is a big collector of 50s, original 45s, and albums and stuff. He's got some great stuff, and he tells some great stories about these records. And really interesting, cool guy. Alexander, I Collect Stuff. He did a video in the contest, and the premise, or the rule, was to show a bad record. So I'm really uncomfortable with slamming records. I just kind of try and avoid it. I wanted to support the contest, so I was happy to do it. I don't have any records in my collection that I consider bad records. If I don't like them, I get rid of them. But my buddy did give me a bunch of records, and last year, and there was some in there that I consider that not something that would be to my taste. So I picked on Rod Stewart. And I didn't think like 20 people would watch this video. It's up to like 120 people have watched it. I'm freaking going, oh my God. Like, of all the videos that I want people to watch, they don't watch them. In this one, they're just all over it. I don't know if everybody doesn't like Rod Stewart, or I don't know what happened. I seem to develop quite a following based on this. Man, I think I'll have a contest to try and get my subscribers up, just showing bad Rod Stewart records or something. Anyway, my apologies to Rod fans. I did a Get Off My Lawn a few weeks back about the Steve Hoffman forums and how negative and insensitive it's gotten, and even just in the last couple of days, there's this Sergeant Pepper thread is why isn't Sergeant Pepper is good or something? I don't know. And there's all these people on there. Like, there's one guy on there who must have taken a half an hour to write out his post. And he gave a grade to every song on the record and explained why he didn't like every song. Like, who takes that much time to talk about something negative like that? I don't understand the mentality behind this. I'm sorry. Why don't you tell us about something that you like and put that much effort into that? Man, I might buy it. My God, I really don't care if you don't like something. Just like, we all don't like something. What a waste of energy. But that could have been another get off my lawn. Couple of new releases I'm excited about. Norah Jones, who I love. Janis Joplin's my favorite singer of all time, but Norah Jones is second, I would say. I just love her voice, and I love her records. And she's got a live album coming out, double live album coming out this coming Friday. I'm really excited for that. It's all stuff that was recorded in different venues over the past, some 2017 to 2019, I think. I can't remember what she's calling the album, but Norah Jones Live, if you look it up, you'll find it. I keep talking about the Plastic Ono Band Deluxe set that's coming out. This is like a grail to me. I'm just like, I can't think of too many records that I'm just so anxious to get. I can't believe it. And it didn't help any that they sent advance copies to all these people that I like, Larry Graves, the Stud Muffin, and Mazzy, and Andrew Dixon, and man, and they all have it, and they're just, I could just jump through the screen. But there's two release dates. There seems to be, say, April 16th and April 23rd. I'm not sure when it's coming out. I'm hoping it's this Friday. I got some new records. The other day, we're in a shutdown in Ontario now. So everything's pretty much closed. Curbside, that's all you can do. You can phone ahead, order something, and pick it up curbside. You can't go to any stores. But the day before that hit, I was in the local bigger market in our area was Belleville, Ontario. Went to Sam the Record Man there, and Sunrise Records is in the same mall. I went to Sunrise and picked up a couple albums. Andy Next Play Records showed this record, and it really got my interest. And I picked it up. Soul Station, Hank Mobley. Oh my God, this is so good. Great, great record. It's, I would say, I don't want to call it light jazz because it's not, but it's very accessible jazz. I'm going to say that. If you're, I would consider this a great starting point for anybody who's getting into jazz. It's a really, really great album. I mean, in the lineup with Wynton Kelly and Paul Chambers and Art Blakey. Sorry. I mean, just a great, great record. It's on Blue Notes. Fantastic record. Highly recommend it. This one I'm disappointed in. I'm very familiar with Steven Wilson. I am a big fan. I have all his solo records. I have got a couple of Porcupine Tree records that he did, and I think the guy's had a phenomenal career. Not only that, with the remixes he's been involved in with the Yes catalog and Tull and King Crimson, does a great job remixing those albums. His latest album is called The Future Bytes. I hadn't heard it yet, and it was there, and I bought it on spec. And to tell you the truth, I'm not digging it too much. I've listened to it twice through. I'm just gonna say I'm disappointed. It's not as guitar driven as his previous records. He's got a couple of great solo albums that I recommend is The Raven That Refused to Sing and Hand Cannot Erase. Two incredible records, which he's a big prog guy and a big fan of Rush, Pink Floyd, and all the prog bands that, Yes, and all those guys. But the two records that I mentioned, The Raven and Hand Cannot Erase, I mean, if you took Rush and Pink Floyd, I think, and mated them, that's kind of what you'd get. There's these heavy parts and these beautiful psychedelic kind of dreamier parts, and it's amazing records, amazing, very dynamic. But this one, I don't know how to even categorize it yet. the Future Bytes, but I'm hoping I'm going to try and give it a few more lessons. And I found this CD used at a used CD store online in the just west of Toronto called The Beat Goes On. Tom Waits, Orphans, Brawlers, Ballers, and Bastards. I did not have this in my collection, and it is fantastic. Love it. Absolutely love it. Great. 3 CDs, I believe, of all stuff that Tom just had in the vaults and released. So, very, very cool. Loving that. While we're on the subject of stuff like this, I'm reading a book. I finished my 2 Dylan books that I talked about. I started this book now, which I'm absolutely loving. Sam Phillips, the man who invented rock and roll. How one man discovered Howlin' Wolf, Ike Turner, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and Elvis Presley, and how his tiny label, Sun Records of Memphis, revolutionized the world. What a great book. I am on page 181 of about 650 pages. Wow, I've learned so much, and this man was incredible. He was so driven to succeed in the music industry, starting out in radio, and then realizing his dream of starting a recording studio, Memphis Recording Services, in the late 40s into the early 50s, and recorded early John Lee Hooker, Ike Turner's band. They came in with a song called Rocket 88, which may be the first rock and roll song ever. They recorded it with Ike doing the lead vocal, and then Sam Phillips didn't think that Ike was doing it justice, and there's another guy in the band. They put him, I think his name was Harry, it was Harry or Harvey Bloomstein or something. They let him do the vocal and try it, and right away it just clicked. And when the record went out, he distributed it through Chess Records, became a giant hit. Ike was a little pissed, I think, and then that band kind of split up. But it's just a great story of how he started Sun Records, and I haven't got to meeting Elvis Presley yet. I'm still around 1952, 53, and but B.B. King he's recording, and Howlin' Wolf and Little Walter's involved, and frickin' Bobby Blue Bland. Just a great read. There's the name of the author, Peter whatever. You can write that down. But highly recommend this book if you're a music historian. Oh, new channels. There's a few I've found this week. Some have been around a bit, and some haven't. Sounds from the West Coast. I found out about this channel on a shout out from my friend Emma, 8 Vinyl Low. Emma's got a great channel. She's an awesome person. And Sounds from the West Coast. Peter, who was turning Emma on to some records, and she says that's one of her go-to channels. He has 250 subs, but it's new to me. But check him out. Sounds from the West Coast. His name's Peter. Cool guy. Another one, Old Format, but it's spelled old, O-L-D, and then the number 4, and then Matt, M-A-T. Man's name is Bill. 20 subs. New channel. Really cool guy. Help him out. Give him some subs and watch his channel. He looks pretty good. Old Format. In my... I'll put descriptions or names of these channels underneath my video. Andy Vinyl, 111 subs. Check him out too. Check out Andy. Oh, what the heck else is going on? Sports. Had a fun week this week. Baseball season's underway. And my Toronto Blue Jays, they won their first series against the Yankees, and then they went into Texas. And I thought, oh man, they knocked off the Yankees. Texas has got such a crappy team. And Miranda Holter is a big Texas Rangers fan. And we were teasing back and forth. Texas beat the Jays 2-1, I think, in that series. And Miranda was giving it to me a little bit, but yeah. So congratulations, Miranda. But we'll get back. Miranda Holter, another great person in the VC. But the Jays last night, rain delayed, didn't start till 9:45. It ended at 10 after 1 in the morning. They beat the Angels 15-1. It's a slugfest on one team's behalf, anyway. And today is trade deadline day in the National Hockey League. Well, my beloved Toronto Maple Leafs, passionate hockey fan. I'll be glued to the TV this morning all day watching trades. Hopefully the Leafs can bring in somebody to help them in their run for a Stanley Cup this year, where they actually have a chance. They haven't won a cup since 1967. I was 14 years old, and I'm 107 now, so let's just do the math. It's crazy. I think that's it for my video this week. I can't think of anything else that's coming up. Hopefully next week I'll have that Plastic Ono band set in my hands. If not, I'm just going to come on and do a Get Off My Lawn about record distribution. And the new Norah Jones maybe. And I don't know what else is coming up. It's National Pet Day today, in Canada at least. So be kind to your pet. I'm sure we all are. And I just posted a bunch of pictures of my beloved dog Peyton on my Instagram channel. So check that out on my Instagram page. And I don't know what my life would have been like without this little guy. He's 11 years old this year, and he has brought so much joy into Lynn and my lives. Just amazing how much love you can have for a little pet like that. And they just it's just like it's a family member. They're like another kid. It's crazy. Anyway, what else is going on? There's got to be something I'm missing. I always feel like I'm missing something. I got to mention my friend Shannon. Shannon Talks Music. She's had her continuing series on her favorite albums, top countdown, and she's now from 60 to 41 today, and great. She does such a great job. Her I don't know how to say it. She's just has a way with words. She's great, and great way she describes albums and her thoughts, and I really like it. And Shannon, you're doing a fantastic job. Jeff Witcher, another guy who's had some fun videos the last few days. And Chris Prophy showed me some books that Jeff wrote. He's a poet, and he wrote some cool poems. Very cool. So yeah, love Jeff Witcher as well. Jeff Witcher's Vinyl Destination. So that's it for this week. Peace out, everyone. Have a happy Monday. We will talk soon.